Hey guys, this is Vanessa from the Pudgy Rabbit, and today I'm going to talk about working in joined rounds versus a continuous round, and then show you how to join your rounds if your project calls for it. So here I have a circle worked in continuous rounds, and this means we start off at the center and work outwards in a spiral, going from the end of one round straight into the next one without having to do anything to your stitches in between rounds. So if you're a beginner, this might be a little bit easier since you don't have to worry about miscounting or inserting your hook into the wrong stitch. There also won't be any visible seam in between your rounds since you're working directly from one round into the next. But since you're working outwards in a spiral, the end of the round will always be higher than the start of the round, causing a little step or jog that is visible, which you may not like if you're doing something such as a color change. This also means that your piece may have a slight lean or tilt to it, which might not be an issue depending on your pattern design. So here's our circle worked using joined rounds, and this means we slip stitch in between each round to connect them together, and then we make a chain to give ourselves enough height to work our stitches for the next round. So this does cause a visible seam to form where you do your slip stitches, but depending on your design, you may be able to cover it up or move it towards the back of your project. And if you've never worked joined rounds before, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes to make sure you're working into the right stitch, but after a few rounds, you should get the hang of it. Joining will also level out the spiral in between rounds so you don't get that jog or step. So here I have a color change and you can see it's worked in continuous rounds and that jog is very obvious and it just makes the color change not as smooth. If we work the color change using joined rounds, you can see that that jog is no longer there and the color change is a lot cleaner. Whether you work using continuous or joined rounds is largely dependent on your design and pattern, but either way it's a good technique to know. So let's learn how to do a joined round. So here's the first round of my circle, and I've started with a magic circle with 6 single crochets in it, and now I'm ready to move on to my second round. So to join, I'm going to start by inserting my hook into the first stitch and making a slip stitch. And there's my slip stitch. Now I'm going to make a chain, and this will give me the height that I need to work my stitches for the second round. There's my chain, and now for round 2 we're going to single crochet 2 in each stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook back into the same stitch where I made my slip stitch. There's my first single crochet, insert my hook back into the same stitch to work my second single crochet. Now grabbing my stitch marker so I can mark off the first stitch. So that's the second single crochet and that's the first. Now we've marked off the beginning of our round. And going over, that's the chain that we made in the slip stitch. And now we're ready to continue working 2 single crochets in each stitch of the round until we reach the slip stitch at the end. So finishing up the last stitch, and this is what my circle looks like before joining to round 3. And now going over, this is the slip stitch that we made from round 2, and this is the chain. To join to round 3, we're going to skip the slip stitch and slip stitch into the chain. Sometimes that chain space can be a little bit tight, so when that happens, I just grab my yarn needle and use it to make a little bit more room for my hook. Okay, now that I finally got my hook into the chain space, I can make my slip stitch. I don't normally struggle this much, but I made my chain a little bit too tight, so as a reminder, you can keep your chain on the loose side and this will make it easier for you to make that slip stitch later on. So now that I've made my slip stitch, I'm going to make my chain. Again, this will give us the height that we need to work our stitches for the next round. And now I'm ready to move on and work round 3. For round 3, we're going to single crochet 1, then increase 1, repeat this set 6 times for 18 stitches at the end. Again, we're going to work our set all the way around until we reach the slip stitch from round 2. Don't forget to mark off the beginning of your round. So that's my first stitch of round 3, there's the chain, and there's my slip stitch. When you're counting your stitches for the round, remember to not include the slip stitch and the chain. Finishing up my last stitch, and there's round 3 before the join. Now remember, this is the slip stitch, and there's the chain. I'm going to skip the slip stitch and then slip stitch into the chain. So there's my slip stitch, and now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to remember to keep my chain on the looser side, so this makes it easier for me to make my slip stitch into it for when I need to make my next join. And now I'm ready for round 4. For round 4, we're going to single crochet 1, then increase 1. Then we're going to start a set where we single crochet 2, increase 1, repeat this set 5 times, and then single crochet 1 for a total of 24 stitches at the end. Remember to mark off the beginning of your round. So there's my first stitch, there's the chain, and there's my slip stitch from round 3. So we're going to work all the way around until we reach the slip stitch from round 3. And remember that the chain and the slip stitch will not be included in our final stitch count. Finishing up my last stitch of the round, and now there's my slip stitch from round 3, and there's the chain. To make my join, I'm going to skip the slip stitch and then slip stitch into the chain. After my slip stitch, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm ready for my next round. And that's how you join your rounds in crochet. You can see here's the seam that forms when you skip your slip stitches, but now that spiral has been evened out and there's no longer a jog in between each round. I hope you guys found this helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what other tutorials you'd like to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.